Well, that was exciting. After this thrilling mind-bike chase through the trash mines of Deponia, we've now reached the lower ascension station and are inside the candy shop of the abandoned railroad depot. Rufus laid go down in a bed of roses and...
They were Brussels sprouts. Yes, Brussels sprouts.
Yes, Brussels sprouts.
They stuck, and I stank for weeks.
Whatever. Brussels sprouts, roses. A rose is sometimes a Brussels sprout. However, we are heading towards the game's exciting showdown, slowly but surely. Speaking of which, I always like to point out how interesting this Art Nouveau station is. We tried our best to let the old Elysian wells shine through these ruins by showing hints of early Elysian architecture, and also Elysians have an exquisite taste for high society candy, like candy cotton with calzone flavor, or
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, of course, why not? Or skewered anchovies. There was a huge variety of delicacies, and after all, Brussels sprouts are not so bad. Healthy, if anything. It's a good thing if a man gives Brussels sprouts to a woman, and let's move on.
One serving of cotton candy, please. I suppose the machine has no ears and no eyes. Otherwise, it'd be able to see who it's dealing with. Chewing gum, and fast! What? I want chewing gum! Huh. Voice control seems to be broken. This doesn't say anything about flavors. There's a dancing cockroach depicted instead, with a hat and a cane. That's stupid. I'll keep the rest for later. Much later. One fish of the day, please. Ugh, I should have said which day. Yummy! Skewered anchovies. They had those when I was a kid too. Wow, exactly those. Any foodie knows anchovies get better the longer they're stored. All I wanted to have was the stick anyway. Hey, there's something behind it. What the? A plug! Oh, man. Not really. You crazy? It can't be that easy. Ah! You don't even taste the sugar. The switches change the lights. There are 3 on this side and 1 on the other. You don't even taste the sugar. Aha! 1 off, 2 on. I'm getting there. You don't even taste the sugar. You don't even taste the sugar. Whoopsie-daisy. 3 and 3. That's 6, isn't it? You don't even taste the sugar. 1 serving of cotton candy. I suppose the machine and no eye. I'll get there eventually. You don't even taste the sugar.
Youth style, you know nothing about youth style. As a German poet with terrible American accent once sang, he did that after visiting Barcelona, which by the way is pronounced Barcelona by its denizens. Barcelona, not Barcelona, as you might think. After this short linguistic exercise, let's get back to the Jugendstil or Art Nouveau style of this place. I'm very fond of this kind of architecture. It has this sunken city flair. I mean, we're in a building that looks like a ruined bunker from the outside, and from the inside it's a gorgeous Jugendstil train station. That one's on me, this architectural mismatch. Your style.
The mosaic depicts a group of trash crabs in a mating ritual with cocktails and colorful twisted straws. Or it doesn't. It's hard to make out any details without any light. There's a mount for the torch in the niche. There are mirrors around it to focus the light. That can only mean one thing, or nothing. 1 or 0. The mosaic depicts a group of trash crabs in a mating ritual with cocktails and colorful twisted straws. Or it doesn't. It's hard to make out any details without any light. I believe there's a tool that was specifically designed to remove dirt. At least, I think Tony once mentioned something like that. Before I get to work here, I should clean a little bit. Ugh, did I really say that just now?
And now we're venturing deeper into the station, and the deeper we get, the less we can see. No, wait, in fact, the more we see, the people of Elysium, even before they became Elysians, left an architectural masterpiece, including these beautiful mosaics. Nobody knows when they were crafted, but they show scenes from the Exodus to Elysium. This, of course, doesn't seem to make any sense, but it's easy to imagine that all the glass blowers and, I don't know, Tiffany glass artist guys who've been left behind were pretty pissed, and so they left these artworks in the windows so their wrath about the outrageous Exodus to Elysium would outlast time itself. But thanks to these mosaics, we as a player have a small glimpse at the backstory of Deponia and Elysium after cleaning up, of course, and eliminating the windows, and oh, now I gave away the solution to the puzzle. Damn. Yeah, so after cleaning, beep. Yeah, of course, I had to come up with something since I didn't flesh out the backstory, but another important Deponia related ritual must be Barbecue Thursday.
It'll be a piece of candy to solve this puzzle. It'll be a piece of candy to solve this puzzle. The cotton candy would have to glow in the dark to be useful here, but the only thing it's capable of is tasting bland. The only light back here. It'll be a piece of candy to solve this puzzle. Before I get to work here, I should clean a little bit. Ugh, did I really say that just now? The cotton candy would have to glow in the dark to be useful here, but the only thing it's capable of is tasting bland. Maybe this could sweeten my task, but more likely it'll just make it stickier. This mosaic is already complete. Sometimes I solve puzzles so fast Aha! This pieces very slowly. Chewing gum can never contain too much sugar. I should have switched this with Tony's dental floss.
Elevators are something you need in every single media product. No discussion, period. Because they are the one to go metaphor for life's constant ups and downs. Elevators. Elevators. Yeah, I wanted an elevator scene in Deponia, and so I sketched a screen with an elevator in it. Elevator scenes are fundamentally superior to any other scenes, especially in movies. I love, for example, that elevator scene in Star Wars, the real one, the first Star Wars movie called Episode 4 nowadays, New Hope. There they are facing the wrong way while in the elevator, wondering why the door won't open while it opens behind them, something like that. Excellently done, and one of my favorite elevator scenes. Maybe the best one ever created is the one in Blues Brothers, when they go up in the elevator and outside this massive police force is gathering while they stand idle listening to that ridiculous elevator music. There are plenty more examples, Ghostbusters for example, too many to give them all credit now. The following though is most important. Ultimately the elevator scene I had in mind ended up in the third part of the trilogy and not here in the first. The elevator still stayed the same, and we have some fun here with elevators.
I believe there's a tool that was specifically designed to remove dirt. At least, I think Tony once mentioned something like that. Maybe this could sweeten my task, but more like... The cotton candy would have to glow in the dark to be useful here, but the only thing it's capable of is tasting bland. The cotton candy would have to... But the only thing... It'll be a piece of... Now it's set to calzone. You don't even taste the sugar. My dad always told me life is like a calzone. Only those who chew thoroughly will notice the rat's teeth. Now it's set to phosphor. You could read in the dark on the toilet after eating that. Hey, my epic Gregorian choir is back. I thought I'd left that behind at the crane. Before I get to work here, I should clean a little bit. Ugh, did I really? Huh. The mosaic depicts a bunch of little guys. They seem to be building something. The raggedy-clad little guys carry giant steel girders up a steep ramp. The fancily clad ones stand at the side and design fancy ornaments. Hey, that's the Ascension Station, the departure to Elysium, and I'm there too.
Oh yes, this screen doesn't look that alive, but that's exactly the reason why I want to talk about it. It's a good example for my effort to introduce locations to players with as much variation as possible. First, I'll introduce a location, a screen, in a specific way. Then later you return and have to use and thus see it in a completely different manner again. It's a quite exciting change of perspective, and I can't talk about that as much as I would like right now, but you'll be surprised what you can do and where you can go here. Speaking of a change of perspective, I gotta do one of my own, and that's switching to a storytelling perspective rather than a cosmetic one. Right here, a seemingly arbitrary object reaction hints at a fact I'll be intensively playing with later on, and that's the double Rufus. Cause here's a small, well, you may call it Easter egg, when Rufus tries to throw something into that pond. Something very, very absurd will happen. So absurd I couldn't stop laughing while I wrote that. I hope you'll enjoy it as well.
I should try that at the pond. That's much more fun. No, don't! You'll hit the reactor and there'll be a nuclear time loop! How can I prevent that from happening? You can't. One of us has to sacrifice himself. Rock, paper, scissors. Damn. Cool. Foamy. I can't believe I'm doing this. I hope the historians will never learn about this bit. Crap, the mop broke. What an unfortunate occurrence. A bunch of trash crabs in a strip club. There's the dancing pole, and some crabs over there, and there's the cocktail sauce. And hey, someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. Saucy. Could be something else, though. I need more light. I need more light. Well, will you believe that? What now? The mosaic depicts the cable boat leaving Deponia, just like I will be doing soon. And hey! Someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. At least, it's written right over the picture of the elevator clock, exactly where a piece of the mosaic is missing. Crap. Someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. At least, it's written right over the picture of the elevator clock, exactly where a piece of the mosaic is missing. Now, we'll have to use some extraordinary dexterity. There are still more pieces. Well, no problem. I'll have that solved in no time.
know if I mentioned that, but I really dig minigames. I guess I don't represent the majority with that attitude, but there's a growing faction, or maybe one in regress. The lines there are blurry, I reckon. Anyway, there is a faction of people who passionately hate minigames and wished those abominations would be purged from the screens altogether. And this one goes out to them. Bypassing the trenches of mortar fire, these factions, minigamers and anti-minigamers, are at constant war, you see, to see who's got the better weaponry. Right, and this is friendly not towards these bitter enemies by letting them break the minigame as hard as they want to. I gave this concept a go for the first time in Whispered World, as you can hear in the commentary over there. If you're German, or if you have the luck that we did a translation for that one. And I'll try that again, as you will hear in the commentary of Chaos on Deponia, but here I'll do it as well, crashing minigames. It's a trend. In the future, I hope everyone will at least break one minigame.
Huh? Why doesn't this fit? I guess I'll just have to press harder. Still not right. I'll get there. Go in! Go. Damn thing, you're supposed to... Oops. Uh-oh. What about the elevator code now? Damn it.